John Hurt and Daniel Stern. You probably remember these guys as Mr. McAllister and Marv from the first two Home Alone movies. But, little did you know, before these two were starring with the most popular child star of the early 90s, they starred in a little horror camp classic film of the 80s, C.H.U.D. C.H.U.D, which stands for Cannibalistic Humanoid Underground Dweller, made me terrified of the sewers when I was a kid, and it kept me away from manhole covers, even though I thought the Ninja Turtles were down there too. Okay, so we have John Hurt, who is playing a photographer named George Cooper, and Daniel Stern, who plays A.J. Shepard, who owns a soup kitchen serving the homeless, which is pretty funny because, damn, he looks homeless himself. Why don't you go get yourself a haircut? Christopher Curry plays Captain Bosch, who is dealing with a string of missing persons in his district. This is where the exposition begins. The people missing are underground hobos who usually come to Shepard's soup kitchen, only they haven't been seen in a long time. Captain Bosch talks with Shepard to find out where he thinks the undergrounders have gone. So how the hell does George fit into all this? Well, we find out he did a story on the homeless people who are missing. Now all three characters have something in common. And towards the middle of the movie, we find out that Captain Bosch's wife is missing too. She's the woman at the beginning of the movie walking her dog and is drugged into the sewers. Yeah, she's dead. So now, Shepard and Bosch decide to investigate the sewers, and they find a bunch of government radiation suits and a Geiger counter, which is used to measure radiation. They meet with city officials and tell them that there's some really weird shit going on down there, and it has something to do with the government. Oh snap, so now we have a conspiracy theory. So could the government be dumping waste into the sewers, turning hobos into humanoid creatures? Well, it turns out, yeah, that's the case. So they find a C.H.U.D, and the government douchebag headquarter guy wants to seal off the sewers and pump gas through them, killing the creatures. With a series of terrible events and humanoid creatures and getting stuck in the sewers, our characters manage to save the day. So overall, this is a great, campy 80s horror movie. The movie is filmed above and below New York City. The sewer shots are awesome and provide some good claustrophobia. The humanoids, they look pretty good for a low-budget 80s horror film, and the makeup is pretty believable. The acting isn't to be taken seriously, much like the whole movie, but overall, it's a good horror flick. Hey, wait, is that? Holy shit, it is! It's John Goodman! How about that? You get a great cameo of John Goodman as a cop. Even though he wasn't a big name at the time, he had recently played Coach Harris in Revenge of the Nerds. So, if you want to say you've seen every John Goodman movie, that means you have to watch this one.